Hi guys, how are we doing? Look, I want to do a follow-up video to the video I did yesterday, my visit to the hospital to get this removed, which I'll fully explain. Now, I uploaded a video on my Facebook page. I don't normally upload the same content to both Facebook and YouTube because I've now got over 50,000 followers on Facebook, Thailand ban. But I think this one is important, so I'm going to upload this information about hospitals on both platforms, just in case some people watch one and not the other. Now, if you didn't watch the video yesterday that I uploaded on Facebook, I basically got a lump come up on my face here. I had a biopsy, it was tested and it came back positive for cancer, but luckily for me I caught it early, and it was I forget the name of it, but it was the cancer that you've got less than 1% chance of it spreading, and people have wrote to me and said one guy said he'd had 26 removed over the year, so I'm not really worried about it. But what I wanted to talk about today was more about pricing and hospitals, because I get a lot of questions about good hospitals, bad hospitals, pricing, and what I'd recommend. And I'm not getting any kickbacks. There's no paid promotion from hospitals on this video. So what I'm going to tell you is just my experience and what I'd recommend. Now, before I get into the video, something that always happens, I'll get questions. What's that up there? Why do you keep an oven on you on top of your cupboard? Last time it was, why have you got two microwaves? I'm in limited spaces, you know, and sometimes I haven't got room for an oven, and sometimes I like to bake things, so I use an oven, and there's a toaster up there and a rice cooker. Okay, so that hopefully will stop the comments where people say, what's that on top of your cupboard? Right, okay, let's get serious now. Back to today's video. Okay, so when I initially got this lump come up, being a little bit lazy, I went to the nearest hospital to me, which is a very, very top hospital in Bangkok, because I live near Nana BTS station, right in the heart of Sukhumvit. And that's just a convenient place to go. So I had the biopsy. I forget what I paid for the biopsy, but it wasn't that cheap, you know, because they're quite an expensive hospital. I can't name it because, you know, living in Thailand, they're very, very strict. You say something negative about a company here, they can actually report you to the police. It's crazy, you know, you've got to be careful. But I will tell you the hospital that I recommend, and the insurance companies recommend as well. So when I went there, I got the biopsy, I went back, and they quoted me 68,000 baht. You can work that out in your own currency to have it removed. And I could have done it, you know. I thought, well, it's a lot of money, but it's a good hospital and I could get it done. And I thought about it, I thought, you know, you're just being lazy, Peter, because you really need to shop around. So my second daughter was born in a hospital on Rama 4 25 years ago now. And I'm registered there as well. It's good to register at a few hospitals. And I went there, and they were kind of like, well, the doctor only comes in on this day and he's not here today and we can book you. And I'm like, you know, I'm one of those guys that like to get it done and dusted. So I said no. Now, when I was thinking about insurance, I'm self-insured, okay? If you haven't heard the term self-insured, what it means is you put an amount of money in a bank account in case for an emergency, like a heart attack or a stroke or something like that, and you've got the funds to deal with that immediate emergency. I'm not saying long-term, I'm saying immediate emergency, like a heart attack, okay? A straightforward heart attack here, to get sorted out is going to cost you anywhere in the region between 300,000 and $500,000, depending on what hospital you go to. I'm sure guys will leave comments telling me I'm wrong, but I'm not. I know what it costs. So being self-insured, you put that amount of money by, and it's for an immediate emergency, as I say. Now, a lot of guys who live here, especially around Sukhumvit, what they'll do, you know, being a bit lazy like myself, they'll go to the nearest hospital, either Bumrungrad on Soi 3, or they'll jump on the BTS and go to Bangkok Hospital, or even Med Park on Rama 4. Now, they're all very, very good hospitals, but they are expensive because they are top hospitals. Now, when I was trying to get insurance, they did offer me insurance, but they turned me down because I had pre-existing conditions. I was on statins and a blood to lower my blood pressure, another tablet. Perfectly healthy, no problems. I mean, who at 65 isn't on statins or blood pressure medicine? And again, I'll get comments from guys who say they're not, but a lot of people are. And they wouldn't insure me for a heart attack or a stroke. And I thought, well, I'm not going to pay all that money every month. And then when I need the insurance company, they're just going to bail out, you know, and say, you didn't dot the I or cross the T, you know. So that's why I took the decision to self-insure. I then thought to myself, you know what, why don't you have a shop around? And when I was trying to get the insurance, one of the hospitals that the insurance company recommended was the Christian hospital down at Saladang. Now, people have written to me and said, can you give me the full address? I can't, because I don't know the address. I know where the hospital is. If you take the BTS from Nana, you change at CM, get on the, you got on the line that at the end of the line goes to Bang Wah, but you'll get off at Saladang. That's where you get off if you're going for an evening in Pat Pong. Strangely enough, it's a 5-minute walk from the BTS, the Christian Hospital. Now, I went there, and the difference in pricing, as I mentioned yesterday, so I was quoted 68,000 to have it removed at this first hospital. The Christian Hospital did it yesterday for 13,100. I've got to go back and get the stitches out next week, and that's going to cost me about another 1,500 baht. Very good. People wrote to me and said, okay, the money's one thing, it's cheap, but how do you rate the hospital? I rated them very good. You know, they're quite an old hospital. They've been there for a long time, but they're very good. You know, they took care of me, and it's just that huge different in pricing. So what I'd say to you, if you're an older guy and you're coming out here and you doubt you'll get insurance, if you're a wealthy person, you don't mind paying whatever it takes and you're going to be insured, then this video isn't for you. But this is more for guys like myself who are reluctant to pay for insurance because they're not going to insure me at the end of the day for everything I need. And you know, you might have a medical emergency, you might have something that's going to cost quite a lot of money, like this would have been 68,000. I'll give you an example of price differences again. A lot of the hospitals I know, because everything is paid for, the food, the doctor's visits, the injections, everything. If you stay in a room for the night, a private room in a hospital, a lot of them it's 10 to 12,000 baht a day. That's without the food, without the examinations. So, you know, you're staying there for a week or two, it can soon mount up. This Christian hospital, I don't know the exact price for a room, but based on the price I paid yesterday for my treatment, I'm guessing they're probably like 5 to 7,000 baht a day, which would make a tremendous difference, wouldn't it? So to wrap this video up, what I'm trying to get across to you is if you come out here and you're planning to live wherever it is, it might not necessarily be Bangkok, but even, you know, I'm moving down to Hua Hin at the end of the year. They have 4 hospitals down there that I can choose from. So again, I've got to start from scratch and start investigating again. But what I would say to you is if you're coming out here to Bangkok, don't be lazy, go around. Because they're run as businesses and everything is paid for, you can go into reception and say, look, I want some pricing. How much do you charge for a blood test? You know, a full report, checking out triglycerides, my kidney, heart, everything, whatever it is you want. And they'll give you the price, how much is it for a room, how much are doctor's fees. You go around half a dozen hospitals because you're going to be here anyway, and you can find the one that you feel is satisfactory. It's up to your standard, what you think is good enough. The pricing is right, and that way you'll save a lot of money because, you know, I've been lazy and I've been to the hospital for various tests and I've had lots of different things done to me. And over the last 3 years, I've calculated with dentist work, because I had a load of veneers and I had a couple of crowns and I had an infection at the top of my root canal, which was very, very painful. I figure I've spent around 200,000 baht over the last 3 years because I go for a lot of tests myself. I'm a little bit, you know, I'm a little bit, I get some little pain or something, and I think I need to go into an emergency. Hypochondriac, that's what I was trying to think of. I'm a little bit of a hypochondriac. So now I've taken the decision now. I'm going to do the work. I'm going to look around, find a good hospital at the right price. And I would really recommend you doing that as well. A lot of guys come out here as saying that, like me, I admit it, hands up, you know, I've been lazy. I've just gone to the nearest hospital, but that was a bad choice and expensive choice. And I've learnt my lesson. Okay. So I hope this video was helpful for you. And as I said at the beginning, I don't normally load videos to the same platforms because there wouldn't be any point if you're not uploading different content, because I think this is quite important information. I'm going to upload it to both YouTube and my Facebook page, and I hope you find it helpful. Okay, thanks for listening again, and I'll catch up with you real soon.